What is up, Shredders? Today I'm here to talk to you about the Boss DD3 pedal down here. This is a very solid, great pedal. And if you've noticed anything, this does not look like your typical DD3 pedal. And that's because years ago, back when I was stupid, back when I was really stupid and I thought painting pedals would be a cool idea, I painted this pedal and it does not look good. Let's just throw the elephant out of the room. This thing looks like crap because I painted it. And thank God I painted it because it taught me a valuable lesson to never paint your guitar pedals. I'm probably gonna strip this in the future so it looks more like my stripped Ibanez Tube Screamer, which I also painted. Bad idea, never do it. But we're here to talk about the DD3. The innards still work. The outside might look kind of gross, but we're still going to review this thing and I'm going to tell you exactly what the DD3 does and what you can expect from it. First of all, the DD3 is just a very solid, great pedal. It has a great delay to it. It's very digital sounding, so there's no real modulation of your sound. A lot of people do not like this sound. For me personally, I like both an analog sound as well as a digital sound for two different types of effects reasons. The analog sound has a more modulated delay sound to it where what note you hit will come back as something a bit more odd sounding, slightly off sounding, and that can give you a nice vintage type of tone going on with your whole delay setup. The digital delay will give you the exact note that comes back, so whatever you play on guitar, it will come back exactly what you play. And a lot of people say that's sterile sounding, but for me personally, I find digital delays to be pretty nice when it comes to having a more clear and cutting sound, more or less. If you want a solo to be a bit more aggressive and rip your face off in kind of this a very direct method, I think the digital delay sounds really good when you do that. But if you want that warmer sound, yeah, an analog delay would be more preferred. It just depends on the situation. I think both are great for what they do. The delay on this at the longest will go slightly above 1 second, which I think is a perfect amount of delay to have for metal when it comes to just crazy wild solos and just out there things. This also has a lot of crazy noises to it as well. So if you're one of those people that are really into really odd sounding experimental music, or you just want to add more texture and flavors to your album or your songs, you can add a lot of these cool delay effects as well. Just make sure to keep your gate off so you can get all the nooks and crannies of that weird odd types of sound that comes out of it. This thing has 4 knobs on it. It has effects level, which is your level for the effect more or less. It's pretty self-explanatory. It has your feedback knob right here, and this thing will, to the right, it will give you an infinite amount of loops, and to the left it will give you slightly less loops and die out quicker. And it has your delay time, which will give you the exact amount of time you really want when it comes to delaying your signal. It can go from very short slapback to very long. And then lastly, you have your mode. And the mode is pretty cool because it has 4 different modes to it. It has short, medium, long, and then hold. Short and medium are very slapback, eccentric. If you're playing metal, there will be very small times in your entire lifespan that you'll ever use this. But who knows, you might want it for some clean type of things. If you're on the short mode and you dime the feedback level as well as the digital delay level, you will get this kind of icy type of sound to it that's really cool. And the medium one can almost emulate a bit of a reverb sound to it, more of a, almost like a room reverb to it. I wouldn't use it as a reverb pedal, but it's there if you want it. The long one is probably the most useful out of all of them because you can really get that over exaggerated crazy solo sound to it. That Zakk Wylde on No More Tears type of sound to it. And the long setting will give you the most usable delay. It can go from very short when you put all your delay all the way down to a very, very long delay at most slightly above a second, which is perfect amount of time for soloing. But yeah, you can go balls to the walls and crazy with this long setting. And lastly, we have hold. And hold is a really unique setting to this pedal. I've never used a delay pedal that had this feature on it, but it has this cool feature where the delay will not hit unless you hold down the pedal itself, and then whatever note you hit last will just infinitely sustain. And this can be really cool, especially if you have a concert and you just want to have more sustain and just keep it going forever. You know, grab like a sandwich or a lunch while you're just holding your note. You know, eat a bologna sandwich and then come back to it. Something like that. It's just a really cool setting. The only thing that's really missing with this pedal, and that's only if you want this type of thing, is a tap tempo, which I think tap tempo is really cool, especially when you're in a band and you can sync up your delay time with the rest of the band. Besides that, if you have just a fixed delay sound, yeah, you can get more of that kind of vintage off time type of off kilter type of thing going on with the delay itself too. It doesn't really matter all that much, but it's just a little unique thing that makes playing with delay pretty fun. Just the tap tempo feature. I think it's great as it is. Lastly, we have the analog sound, which if you're into the analog sound, I would highly suggest looking into the Echo Shifter, the Ibanez Echo Shifter, or just really anything into the Electro Harmonics brand, and just find something that you really resonate with when it comes to analog sounds. You're not going to get that sound out of this thing. This thing is very clean. It's a very clean, crisp delay, and I think it's great for pretty much anybody who's interested in finding just a standard good delay pedal. So enough talk, let's hear this thing. What does the DD3 sound like?